What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? Hope you had a great weekend. Getting set up to watch another victorious Pats game. Last week, both teams were undefeated, and of course, New England walked off the field the victors. But seeing as October, I want to continue with October-themed games, spooky games, games that are creepy. And if you want a really good obscure list for underrated and overlooked Atari 2600 games, Linda, aka the Game Girl, uploaded a video today. I'll put it on the bottom corner over here at the end of this video. Click on that shit and watch it. I'm actually, and Linda, don't be offended by this, I'm actually really surprised by a few of the titles that you came up with. I'm actually kind of proud of you. I didn't think you were really that deep into the Atari 2600. Beefsteak Tomatoes. Who the fuck thinks of Revenge of the Beefsteak Tomatoes? Except for me and a few people who've seen the 1,500 videos I've made about it. But either way, great video. It'll be in the bottom corner here, covering up that joystick to the side of my face, if I'm on the screen at the end of the video. But moving on, we're going to do Alien for the Atari 2600. Not necessarily an overlooked game. It's for any reason other than it's more of the same. It's a Pac-Man style game, so you're going to notice I'm not going to do too well because I have to use a D-pad. And this is the type of game that's better suited for a very precise up, down, left, right joystick thing. And I honestly don't have this one in physical copy, or I probably would have plugged up my Heavy Sixer and gone old school, because that was nice. Last week on Instagram Live, I went old school and just plugged in a console like I used to do it. And, I'll explain everything here in a second. I went old school like I used to do it. And just plugged in a console and put the phone right in front of the damn TV. You know, I'm going to go get this thing anyway. You only get 3 of those, by the way. So I don't like wasting them because they come in handy. But I'll waste this one and use it to grab some... Okay, I'm about to say grab some dots. In this game, you're not grabbing dots. What you're doing is you're smushing eggs. Okay, and what I did there, and this is going to sound kind of not... Oh, I dropped my controller. It's going to sound like, go down! Fucking whore. Down! Over! Kill! You have a flamethrower as a weapon, okay? And it's weird because a lot of times the flamethrower it won't hurt your enemy. Fuck, that'll hurt you though. But what it will do is it'll scare them. It'll scare them off. How weird is that? It doesn't hurt them. That was a bad move. All right, let me talk while I'm not playing. So basically, what happens is you're squishing alien eggs, and you're trying to avoid the xenomorphs. You have a flamethrower. You can only use it sparingly. I don't know how many shots you actually have, but you have so long in between shots. And it actually works better if they're chasing you. You hit it once and they run away. It doesn't actually harm them or hurt them. If you see there in the bottom right corner, there's a pulsing thing that's like the power pellet. You only get 3 of those, and when you eat that one or take that one, a new one will appear somewhere else on the board. So I like that strategy of just not having them in the 4 corners like in regular Pac-Man. And the idea is just go around, squish all the eggs, avoid the aliens, and move on to the next level. And had I done that, you'd have gotten to this bonus level that's kind of like Frogger or Freeway, you know? And hopefully here we'll get to that. Again, I'm not very good at these games with D-pads, but for you, I'll do almost anything, okay? One thing with D-pads and playing games like this, maze games, is I gotta remember to get... Oh, shoot, I didn't see him go through that portal. That was my bad. I wasn't paying the fuck attention. Is if you're running in a hallway, like I'm going to call it a hallway, you need to press the direction you want to go in before you get to it. If that helps at all. You know what, let's go get this fucking guy. Oh, I ran right through him! I want to get one of them at least. For the love of God. I'm just going to run now. Actually, you know what? I'll risk it. I'll come up here. See, he'll run away. But, you know, pressing the direction in which you want to go in. Ooh, I'm going to go up and get that thing. That's points. That's treasure. Oh! I'm just going to use this to finish out the board so you can see the second. So you can see the second dealio. Go away! There we go. Here we go. And you only have 8 seconds to do this. Ah! Oh well. Looks like I'm not doing it. Not today, sir. Not today. Now, there's a whole bunch of different variations when you play around with the difficulty switches. I genuinely don't know how to do that with my emulator, only because I've never figured it out. I'm sure Clico Joe will come on and be like, okay, dude, come on. Go away. I want that one egg. I can't just let that one egg go. Oh, go away. Oh, that worked out to my benefit. I got it. I got it. I don't even know where I was just a second ago, but overall, it's not a bad game. It's just, I thought I trapped myself. That was dumb. You want to do one more? Let's do one more. Let's try a different path. There's always time to change the road you're on. I just got lucky as shit there. Wicked lucky. You know what? It's weird. Earlier I was talking about how it's refreshing that the power pellet is, I'll just call it that, is not in the same place twice. And here I am instinctively going into the corners looking for one. Yeah. But you know what? It is what it is. There we go. We'll eat one guy up. We'll eat him up. We'll eat him up. Since this guy was a pain in the ass, I'm going to go after him. I'm going to go after his buddy, too. And get that. Alright, let's see if we can't do this at least once. It's just a matter of finding the right gap. And there's a gap. Ah! 8 seconds went up. I was done. It's like a bull riding contest, you know? There is some flicker, as you can see there. At least I think I'm seeing it. I hope you're seeing it too, because I just mentioned it. But either way, it's not a bad game. It's actually pretty challenging. It's fun. Oh, god damn it. Oh, if you remember in my last video, what happened? What just happened? Oh, I think I'm glitching out. Oh, well, we'll continue. If you remember in my last video, I was saying I need to remap my action button for the Atari to a different one. I've been using this damn controller for so long, it's starting to stick. No, stop. It's starting to stick. I probably should have done that. I'm saying to myself, well, you don't really use the action button too much in this one, so don't worry about it. I might have the reset selected to one of my shoulder buttons, and I think I just hit one of the shoulder buttons by accident. And that's what... No, resets my select button. I did something with the shoulder button. I'm dead. I did something with the shoulder button, and it reset the damn game, so get over it. Ugh. Be a dickhead. Want to be a dickhead? I'll kill you. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Oh, I was going to try to get between those two guys. I don't know if you can go between them. Can you go between them? Someone tell me. Like between the two. You know, because they come in patterns of two. I don't mean like between them as a couple. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not a homewrecker. Even with aliens. It's not nice. It's not cool at all. You know, aliens want love too, you know. They also want to get fucked up if they don't stop fucking playing around my playground. Fuck with me. I'll eat that stupid pellet thing. Fuck! Oh, I made him go away. Now I'm gonna go get him. And his buddy. It's a gift for terrorizing me and my friends. And putting shit on our faces. And raping our throats. Alright. I'm gonna try an experiment. Can you go between them? Yes, you can. Okay, good. Good. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not very good at that. I'm ungood. Ungood. Oh, I meant to go left. I meant to go left. Ooh. Give me whatever the hell that is. Yay. I think I increased the difficulty when I hit the, maybe that's it. Maybe those are the difficulty switches. My shoulder buttons. Because this is actually playing a lot better. A lot more like how I would like it to. Get it. I'm already up here. Might as well, right? Might as well. Is this game spooking you out yet? Is it scurry? Shit. Get over there. Oh! He got further than I thought he would. Alright, no. We got it! Fuck yeah! Bitches, I guess that is a trick to go between them. Go between the aliens. Just find that fucking sweet spot. And just stick it right in the middle. God, I love alien ass. I'm sorry. What? No! No! Spooky. Nah, that's it. That's game. I'm calling it done there. My thumbs can't take anymore anyway. So yeah, guys, that's Alien for the Atari 2600. One of those 20th Century Fox titles with the really cool cartridge design. I really do. I love those. Those are one of my favorites of the Atari 2600 cart design. I did, in my early days, back in 2014. Holy fuck! I did a video on Atari cart designs. Maybe I need to revisit that and maybe bring back some of my older videos. You know what I mean? Ones that I didn't do very well. I did a video on the differences between the Heavy Sixer and a Sunnyvale Still. Well, I had a video called The Heavy Sixer versus a Heavy Sixer, and I know that's confusing to a few people because there's actually two versions, but there's a definitive one, and then there's one that's still considered a Heavy Sixer, but it's not a Heavy Sixer, and I'll get to that maybe eventually here in the future. But it was back when I was really bad with the hip pain, and my doctor put me on these fucking things, these Percocet things, and I was a goddamn zombie for like a month and a half, and I just said, you know what? Fuck these pills, and I got rid of them. But either way, guys, yeah, Atari 2600, creepy games. We're going to continue. I got a homebrew one for later on this week that I'm really excited for. It's a ROM hack of one of my favorite Atari 2600 games. It's an Activision title. So if you can figure it out, then cool, you're awesome. And if you can't figure it out, it's okay. You'll see it when it comes up. So down here in the bottom corner will be Linda's video. Check that out. I promise you, you can't go wrong with that one. It's a great video. And that's really it. So guys, go ahead and leave thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. I almost said my name, Chris. To the Chris, the Creep is positive. Guys, go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. If you have any suggestions for spooky Atari 2600 games, maybe ones I don't even have in my list, I'll try to seek out the ROM and put it in here regardless. And we will play it, and we will enjoy it, and we will be fucking terrified. So, guys, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you have a great start to your week tomorrow. Tonight, on Instagram, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we are going to go live. We're going to play for about an hour. I'm still debating on whether we're going to do the High Score Squad Challenge, which is Spy Hunter right now, or if I'm going to play maybe another spooky game, maybe something else that's spooky on a more advanced system. We're not too sure yet. I'll probably do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But either way, join me tonight if you're on Instagram. Again, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, guys, hope you're doing well. Thanks as always so much for watching. Take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.